If memory was erased, why does the body still react? Why does your heart race in situations you don't understand? Why does your body flinch before your mind has time to think? Why does stress show up in your blood pressure, your hormones, your immune system, even when you don't remember the original threat? For decades, science believed memory lived only in the brain, but that assumption quietly collapsed because the body kept remembering, not emotionally, not spiritually, biologically. Today we're talking about the remembering body, not metaphor, not mysticism, real physiology.
Clarification. Memory is not a single process. The brain stores narrative memory. The body stores procedural, hormonal, and cellular memory. This distinction is essential.
That sentence alone changed neuroscience. Because trauma doesn't only live as a story, it lives as a pattern. And patterns can be inherited. Let's get specific. Your nervous system has two main modes: safety, survival. When danger happens, the body switches modes instantly, before thought, before language. Heart rate increases, cortisol releases, blood flow redirects, digestion pauses, muscles tense. That response is stored, not as a memory you can recall, but as a default setting.
This is mediated by the autonomic nervous system. Once calibrated under chronic stress, baseline regulation shifts. The body begins to expect danger.
This is why people say, "I don't know why, but my body panics." Your body isn't confused. It's predicting.
So the body isn't broken. It's doing what it learned to survive, even if the danger is gone.
Here's where skeptics usually stop arguing. Epigenetics. Not new genes, not altered DNA, but how genes are turned on or off. Severe or prolonged stress adds chemical markers to DNA. These markers change how cells behave. And here's the key part. Those markers can be passed down.
Documented in studies involving famine survivors, war trauma, and chronic oppression. Observed effects include altered cortisol regulation, heightened stress sensitivity, metabolic changes, immune system dysregulation.
Translation: the body of a child can carry the stress signature of an environment they never experienced. Not belief, not symbolism, biology. This is where people get uncomfortable because it means trauma doesn't require memory to persist. The body doesn't wait for permission to react. If your stress hormones were trained for danger, they respond instantly.
This explains hypervigilance, emotional overreaction, chronic fatigue, autoimmune patterns, anxiety without narrative cause. The system is responding appropriately to past conditions.
So when people say, just let it go, they're talking to the wrong organ.
Exactly. You can't think your way out of a cellular pattern. Here's the part no one wants to hear. Healing trauma is not about remembering harder. It's about teaching the body that the danger has passed. That requires repeated safety, nervous system regulation, time, consistency, not motivation.
Effective interventions include breath regulation, sleep repair, movement, predictable routines, reduced chronic stress exposure. This recalibrates baseline physiology.
So healing isn't dramatic. It's boring. And that's why it works.
Your body is not haunted. It is remembering. And remembering is not weakness. It's evidence. evidence that survival left a mark, and marks can fade, not through erasure, but through safety.